How's good, everybody? This is gonna be a little uncut video just to show y'all just how crazy editing could be. And I'm not saying like how difficult it can be. I mean, sure it can be, but just to show how many options you really have when it comes to when you're trying to film stuff, like especially if you're a reaction channel, you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I record things like this and this and this and that? Because last night when I was live on Twitch, basically I was trying to film things to where when things are like this, when you guys are seeing it this way, and then the chat is like around this area where y'all would like chat at, this is how y'all would see things, right? Basically what I was trying to do was I had filters on each thing here. So this is a display capture, this is the screen that you guys usually see me watch stuff on, and then this is my camera, right? So I was trying to have filters on where it would record by itself. So source record, that's what this is about. It would record by itself, and then a filter on display capture where it can record by itself, so it can record outside of just it being recorded like this, where it's like my camera is stuck in this type of way where I can't remove post edit. Because if I don't go about it the way I was trying to last night, my worry was that basically I can't record, have the screen recording without this or without this, because we're editing something that is based off of, I feel like I'm explaining this so weird, so I'll probably have to do a different take, because I feel like I'm now starting to figure out what I want to say as I continue. And for those of you that were here on my Twitch live stream, you guys probably heard me talk about a few different times, like, oh, I'm trying to do a new way of recording, basically having filters on each part of what's really the important stuff of my streams, where you have like the display capture of what I'm watching, and then my webcam of you guys seeing me watching what I'm watching, and then usually in the streams, right, y'all see the chat right here, that's where y'all are chatting and stuff like that. That's been the main setup, right? I've been trying to go about doing things a different way, where I can actually have filters on like the screen itself where it can record by itself, right? And I basically had these filters on each of these, where there's one for the webcam, one for the screen, where it can record by itself, so it's isolated from the chat being on screen and the webcam being on screen, where it's like its own thing. So post edit, basically I just got options, like a lot of options. But the fact that it didn't work last night, and I filmed especially this video last year, how I did the live stream, it was basically like this. It was this whole setup here, and I was just doing more adjustments and stuff. I was like, wow, I'm limited on what I can or can't do. Not true, man. So I gave it a try. I thought of, okay, how can I do it how I'm trying to do it? So basically, how I used to do reaction videos on YouTube, especially during the time when I used to do like a lot of show reactions, just really only show reactions last year, that and drawing streams. I had an old format where it was basically this as the webcam, and then right below it would be like the zoom in version of it, and then the background, like this background, it would basically be like a lower opacity, and then there's like and then I basically kind of like blur it. Kind of like that. That used to be my setup. I loved doing videos that way, but I was so worried about me doing a lot of reactions live, because I thought I was limited to having things only looking like this, and there's no way for it to look how I used to do it. Not true. So I was just working on it, and the reason I'm kind of making this recording is just like, man, even when you think you messed up on something, like when you do a live stream or whatever, not really. Like post edit with stuff you can do, you're not so limited. So I guess the moral of the story is you're not really limited in what you can or can't do. It's just when you only have certain options, it makes you a little more creative. And I was just showing this here with y'all to show y'all, like, man, I thought I could only do this. I thought I could only do that. Not true, man. Not true. You got options. You definitely have options. So we're gonna get this video out as soon as possible. Hopefully today, because there are a lot of other videos I want to get to that would not even take nowhere near as long as this one's gonna take. So once this one's done, which is why I'm doing it right now, the moment this is done, everything else is like smooth sailing. But this is gonna be like a little uncut like video to show y'all, like, bro, editing is low-key kind of fun. Like, you have options. It's, you know, like, sure, it can be difficult, but man, just a little insight of me learning more about what I can about more of what I can do. So, and mind you, last year, and this is how it's gonna look like full screen. Let me see, can I, yeah, so this is what it's gonna look like full screen, basically. So it's super pixelated, to be fair, but it's because of the webcam quality that I used to have last year. I have a new webcam, and then the you know, the original way of how I had it set up, it used to be so, like, my webcam size used to be super small, so if I did zoom ins, it would just look pixelated anyways. And with my newer videos, where it's like basically 2 times bigger of the room I have with the webcam, me doing this method for my more recent videos, it's gonna look even better. So yeah, just a little insight to show you, like, man, once you like really try to sit there and think how to do this, how to do that, you have options. Honestly, you really have options. I'm locking in on edits today. Which stuff will come out first? You'll see which ones. I can't keep doing the, oh, this is coming out. Stuff's coming out today. But editing wise, my whole yap session is, yo, editing is low-key kind of peak. It's kind of peak. Like, when you know how to do certain things, and then you realize I have a vision for how I want things to look, just sit around with some of the tools for a little while, you get to, you know, get really creative. But starting out, if any of y'all are upcoming content creators, or you're currently a content creator trying to figure out how to do this, how to do that, when you don't know how to do certain things, or if you don't have like a go-to editing program yet, that whole process of like, what can I do, it's gonna be really, it could be stressful. But once you have that and you just come up with different ideas, it's peak. Anyways, yap session over. I'm going to get back to it. A peace.